Me pide usted 2 palabras, diré algunas ideas mías sobre los inventos.
Mabuhay! Good day everyone. I am Stephanie R. Ventura from Bachelor of Science in Social Work 1C, and today I'm going to discuss to you my assigned topic about reading of the Proclamation of the Philippine Independence. So before we go into the topic proper, of course, we will going to set our goals and these our objectives. So in this topic, we may able to, number 1, gain insight with the exact statements of the Declaration for Philippine Independence and interpret it. Thus, explain the timeline on how the Philippine Independence went in process. So, habang tayo ay nag-discuss ngayon, syempre dapat makakuha natin itong mga goals na ito. Okay, so bago natin formal na start yung discussion, of course, meron tayong trivia. Did you know that on June 12, 1898, Philippines celebrates its Independence Day in recognition when Philippines declared its independence from Spain, although it was not recognized until July 4, 1946 by the United States of America. During 1940 to 1960, Philippines observed Independence Day on July 4 each year, but later on 1961, President Diosdado Macapagal reverted the holiday on June 12 date, and late President created the day July 4 as Filipino-American Friendship Day. So the date June 12, 1898, which we considers and celebrates the Independence Day until now, was really originally not recognized by the Americans and also the Spaniards until July 4, 1946. So this date, July 4, 1946, was reverted by the late President Diosdado Macapagal into Filipino and American Friendship Day. So the date or the actual date for independence was on June 12, 1898 until now. And additionally, in 1898, a trivia again, Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista became the first advisor to President Emilio Aguinaldo and subsequently wrote the Declaration of Philippine Independence. So simply, Mr. Bautista was the author of the Declaration of Philippine Independence. So what we saw or what we are seeing statements in the documents, it is written by Mr. or the author of that statements was Mr. Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista, the advisor of the late President Emilio Aguinaldo. And now we are going to delve into our topic proper, and this topic is all about the reading of the Proclamation of Philippine Independence. So dito na tayo magsisimula sa ating discussion. In this slide states that every year the country commemorates the anniversary of the Philippine Independence proclaimed on 12 of June 1898 in the province of Cavite. So it is signaled as the end of the 333 years of Spanish colonization in the country. Numerous studies done on the events leading to the independence of the country, and these documents are not revealed to some students, and hindi nila or some students cannot find some original copies of this document. So the document reveals on the rationale and circumstances of the historical day in Cavite. So this document reveals and it surrounds with the historical events happened during Independence Day, and it was exactly at Cavite City. So the document in hindsight is telling the kind of government that was created under Aguinaldo and the forthcoming hand of the United States of America. So the declaration was as short as 2,000 word document. So that document or that statement is only 2,000 shortened words which summarize o nagsisummarize ito ng mga rason behind sa revolusyon na ginawa ng mga kababayan natin, mga bayani natin against Spain para sa war ng kalayaan or the war for independence. And under the new republic that was under the late President Emilio Aguinaldo. So this slide presents to you the infographics came from the internet, shows how the Filipino people celebrates the Independence Day after the late President Emilio Aguinaldo declared it at Cavite. So we have the source below. So the proclamation commenced with of the condition in the Philippines during the colonial period. It is mentioned the abuses, the inequalities, the violence, the despairs, the bloods, that sweats of the colony under the Spaniards. So the first part of the documents reveals the psyche of the revolutionary and provides their justification of the revolting against Spain. So yung mga rason nila at mga justification bakit sila kumalaban sa mga bakit sila nagbuo ng himagsikan laban sa mga mananakop ng bansa. So this slide presents to you the official statement from the proclamation written by Mr. Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista, and this is the first part of it. So as you may look at the text, I will explain the passage for you. So the first passage demonstrates the justification behind the revolution against Spain and the unequal protection of the law between the Filipino people and the eminent personage. And in the text, it says that on the account of arbitrary arrests and harsh treatment practiced by the civil guard to the extent of causing death with the connivance and even with the express orders of their commanders, who sometimes went to the extreme of ordering the shooting of prisoners. So, yung mga nakakulong din ng mga panahon na yon sa pananakop ng mga Espanyol dito sa Pilipinas ay nakakaranas din ng sobrang lupit na pamumolestya ng mga Guardia Civil sa kanilang kulungan. So, marami doon ay nakaranas ng unlawful act ng mga Guardia Civil at hindi yun makatarungan para sa atin. So, it is also cited the abuse of civil guards, yun na nga, yung Guardia Civil, and their unlawful shooting of prisoners. So, also, the line mentions the avarice and greed of the clergy like the friars and archbishop himself, and the unjust deportation and rendering of other decision without proper hearing expected of any civilized nation. So, kung ngayon, mapapansin nyo, yung mga pari o pastor ay kagalang-galang at nire-respeto. Nung unang panahon ay hindi sila ganun. So, they are two-faced people. And, of course, as you may notice and can see in the written history that mapang-abuso sila ng mga pari. Madami rin silang minolestya ng mga kababayan nating o mga kanunuan natin noon sa mga unlawful acts din nila sa mga Filipinos nung panahon ng kolonial o panahon ng pananakop ng Spaniards sa bansa. The next slide proceeds. The proclamation proceeded with a brief historical overview of the Spanish occupation since Magellan's arrival in Visayas, exactly at Mactan, Cebu, until the Philippine Revolution, especially after the Pact of Biak na Bato collapse. It also narrates the movements like the electric spark through Bataan, Pampanga, Batangas, Bulacan, Laguna, and Morong. The revolt also reached Visayas and the independence of the country was ensured. So this movement, electric spark, hindi lang siya nagpunta or hindi lang siya nalagip sa Bataan, Pampanga, Batangas, Bulacan, Laguna, Morong o dun sa mga kalapit bayan sa Luzon. Umabot din ang revolt nito sa Visayas at dito masasaksihan ng independence sa bansa ay sarado ensure na ito. It also mentioned Rizal execution, calling it unjust. So this slide presents to you the pictures na magpapatunay sa inyo ng or mag-give sa inyo ng idea tungkol sa mga sinabi ko na descriptions. So this part of the slide, it is also part of the statement. It is from the proclamation, and this statement is from the first part. So to give you the meaning behind that text, it invokes where on the 12th day of June 1898 the appointment to proclaim and solemnize the dictatorial government of these Philippine Islands, we recognize, approve, and ratify with all of the orders emanating from the same dictatorship established by Don Emilio Aguinaldo, in the conviction that he has been the instrument chosen by God, in spite of the humble origin, to effectuate the redemption of this unfortunate country as foretold by Dr. Don Jose Rizal in his magnificent verses which he composed in his prison cell prior to his execution, liberating it from the yoke of Spanish domination. So this text elaborates the dictatorship led by the late President Emilio Aguinaldo. Another detail in the proclamation that is worth looking at is the explanation of the Philippine flag that was first waved on the same day. The document explained. As you can see in this slide, it explains all of the meaning of the Philippine flag, especially after the announcement of our Independence Day. But to give you the exact and brief explanation behind the text, and that is, this often overlooked detail reveals much about the historically accurate meaning behind the most widely known national symbol of the Philippines, which is ang ating watawat. It is not known by many, o hindi yun alam ng karamihan, like for example that white triangle was derived from the symbol of the Katipunan, the movement or himagsikan na namuo. The red and blue colors of the flag are often associated with courage and peace, respectively. Kaya nasa taas ang asul dahil ito ay nagsisimbolo ng kapayapaan, at ang nagrepresenta naman sa kulay na pula ay himagsikan, pero nananaig ang kulay asul sa watawat dahil ang courage ng bansa nito ay peace, respectively. Our basic education admits the fact that those colors were taken from the flag of the United States of America. So, nakikita rin natin dito ang impluwensya ng mga Kastila sa kulay ng ating watawat. While it can always be argued the symbolic meaning can always change and be reinterpreted, the original symbolic meaning of something represents us several historical truths that can explain the subsequent events which unfolded after the Declaration of Independence on the 12th day of June 1898. So to give you the summary of this whole topic, so the statement or the official statement of the proclamation for Philippine independence went from the arrival of Governor Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, followed by his also the explorer Ferdinand Magellan in the island, to the experiences of the Filipinos and the personages under the civil guards, mga Guardia Civil, na the violation of known rules and regulation for human rights. Also, to the agreement of Pact of Biak na Bato until it dissolves, and the revolutionary movement na ginawa ng mga kababayan natin which succeed to the detachment or yung pagkaalis sa kamay ng mga Spaniards ang mga sinakop nila na lugar dito sa Pilipinas to some towns of the country, and the dictatorship established by Don Emilio Aguinaldo, and the unjust execution of Rizal, thus the execution also of the three martyr priests, which is what you call the Gumburza. And lastly, after the independence, it is advised and it is mentioned also in the statement that Filipinos up until up until this day must use the same flag that used from the Declaration of the Independence to the years follows. Yung ginamit na iwinagayway na watawat doon sa Kawit Cavite ni President Emilio Aguinaldo, at dapat yun ang watawat na gamitin hanggang ngayon. So, thank you for listening to this discussion or this topic. I hope everyone gain insights and open for this statements, and I hope I describe the statements clearly and understandable to each and everyone. At di rin natin kaligtaan yung mga sinakripisyo na buhay ng ating mga bayani sa bansa para makamit ang demokrasya o kalayaan na natatamasa natin ngayon.
Ngayon, pakinggan naman natin si Ms. Farhana Migtanggal sa karugtong ng report na ito tungkol sa analysis of Proclamation of the Philippine Independence.
Thank you, Ms. Ventura. Again, I am Siti Farhana Migtanggal, reporting the analysis of the Proclamation of the Philippines Independence. The document on the Declaration of Independence ay naglalaman ng mga importanteng detalye tungkol sa mga abuso na naranasan ng mga Pilipino sa panahon ng kolonyalismo, tulad ng pang-aabuso ng mga pari, diskriminasyon sa lahi at hindi pagkakapantay-pantay sa batas. Gayunpaman, hindi nito tinutukoy ang mas malalim na problema ng krisis sa lupa na labis na naapektuhan ang mga magsasaka way back 19th century. This is ironic, especially when renowned Philippine Revolution historian Teodoro Agoncillo stated that the Philippine Revolution was an agrarian revolution. Ang mga karaniwang sundalong naglaban sa revolusyon ay umaasang makakuha ng mga lupaing kanilang sinasaka kung magtatagumpay ang revolusyon. Pero ang mga leader ng revolusyon tulad nila Emilio Aguinaldo, Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista at Felipe Buencamino na mga may-ari ng lupa ay tila hindi ito isinama sa deklarasyon. Maaaring dahil hindi nila ito nakikita o sinasadyang hindi isama dahil sa kanilang sariling interes bilang mga may-ari ng lupa. Ang Treaty of Paris ay isang kasunduan sa pagitan ng Espanya at Estados Unidos tungkol sa pang-aakin sa lupain ng Pilipinas. This is also the reason that the war between Spanish and American was put to end. It was signed on December 10, 1898, and after 6 months, tuluyan nang nakamit ang kalayaan ng Pilipinas sa kamay ng Espanya. Dahil sa kalayaang ito, ibinenta ng Espanya ang Pilipinas sa US sa halagang $20 million. Dahil dito, naging madali na lang nasakupin ng Amerika ang Pilipinas. Ang proklamasyong ito ay nagpakilala sa mga paghihirap at kung paano napagtagumpayan ng gobyernong Aguinaldo ang pagkamit sa kalayaan. Nailarawan din dito ang execution of Guambusa. Guambusa are the three priests, Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, na bigong pag-aalsa sa Cavite taong 1872 at mga gawanig Rizal. Samantala, sa ilang detalye ng katipunan na siyang nanguna sa revolusyon ay nabanggit din naman sa huling bahagi ng dokumento. Pero hindi nabanggit dito kung paano nagsimula ang katipunan, maging si Bonifacio at mga miyembro nito na bumuo ng katipunan. On the contrary, the war led by Aguinaldo's men with the forces of the United States we discuss in detail. Samantalang ang away sa pagitan ng kupunan ni Aguinaldo at kupunan ni Bonifacio ay hindi isinekreto. Isa itong patunay na ang dokumento ay nagpapakita sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas at isinalaysay ng kung sino man ang namumuno sa panahong iyon. It shows that although the information that we get from the government is realistic, ay mas maganda pa rin kumuha ng sources sa mga original document para hindi isang panig lang ang pakikinggan at ibabahagi. This gives us a lesson that when we're talking about historical or may kinalaman sa bansa, mas magandang tumingin sa mga primary sources nang sa ganun ay makuha natin ang buong detalye at buong katotohanan. Again, this is Siti Farhana Migtanggal.
Stephanie R. Ventura.
Thank you for listening to our topic about the
Philippine
Philippine independence.
Independence.